But let's get back
Exactly.
to a position that hopefully you're not having to stream, although they're being drafted in an area where I would understand it if that's your approach. So I want to hit a running back duo here. I want to talk about Jamaal Williams, fan favorite of I think
Beautiful mermaid.
anybody. Yeah, it doesn't even matter if he's been on your team or not. You just gotta love Jamaal Williams, who's
And if
going
you
as RB
don't,
34.
yeah, if and I just want to say, if you don't love Jamal Williams or just kind of neutral about him, just just Google Jamal Williams interviews and just watch
Yeah.
his interviews. He is so fucking delightful. It just brings a smile to my face every time I see his interviews come up because he just seems like the best fucking guy in the world. Like he's
Oh,
one athlete
absolutely.
I would love to meet and just hang out with. I think he'd just be a blast to hang out with.
Love to just play video games with him. Like
Yeah,
that would just be a treat, I think.
yeah,
He's probably really
absolutely.
into like board games and shit too. I would just love that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So basically, but you have to take that out for this, okay? You
I
can't
know, I know,
evaluate
I
this
know.
based on his personality. So
I'm better than
as much
that.
as you
Come
might
on,
want to.
Jake.
But he's going as RB 34, 97th overall. Then we've got Antonio Gibson going right behind him in the running back ranks at RB 35, 107th overall. Again, about a round discrepancy here. In these rounds, that doesn't matter as much to me. But Jamaal Williams versus Antonio Gibson, sort of the recency bias versus what we hope will happen for Antonio Gibson, I guess. But who do you got here?
Oh, this one is tough. I'm not gonna lie. Um, as much as I want to say Jamal Williams, I think I'm gonna go with Gibson. Only because Kamara's only out 3 games. We know this.
Mhm,
He's gonna come back and be the workhorse when he returns.
mhm.
So you got Jamal Williams and Kendre Miller for the first 3 games. That's probably going to be a pretty evenly split backfield, I would guess. Maybe Jamal actually gets the bulk of the carries just because he is the veteran. But we don't know what's going to happen there. Kendre Miller, very exciting. I could see him getting more usage as the season goes on. So it's going to be a messy backfield after Kamara. I just don't know who's going to be the guy. Where in Washington, yeah, you've got Robinson and you've got Gibson. Gibson, he was a wide receiver in college. He knows how to catch the ball. He has flashed in bits and pieces here. Hopefully now he's actually going to get a chance to prove himself in this offense. I don't know. Give me the guy that I feel like just has more upside. Jamal Williams' season last year was special with all
Mhm.
those touchdowns he had. There's no way that that repeats this year with a totally different team, a totally different situation.
Yeah, I think you nailed it in the delineation with these two. We're talking about one whose entire premise should be a lot of carries in Jamal Williams, which is fine.
Hmm.
He's going to be the Mark Ingram guy there, and he'll get plenty of
Right.
carries in
That's
between the
perfect.
20s. You right? And then hopefully he can get like half the touchdowns he got last year. And you'd be
Yeah.
very excited about that.
Yeah. He'd be a
That's
solid
it.
flex play for you or bye week
Yeah.
fill in.
Yeah, but that's it with Antonio Gibson. If it really happens finally this year where he gets the targets that he's deserved since he switched from being a wide receiver in college, if that comes to fruition this year, the upside is monumental. And that's now a guy who's going to be a top, potentially, top 15 type of running back if that really holds up. So I would
Hmm.
rather shoot for the moon with Antonio Gibson. And like you said, I like Jamaal and I like the 3 games that you'll get from him without Alvin Kamara. But Kendre Miller, holy crap, that dude looked great catching passes. I know
Hmm.
it's preseason, but dude looked like an actual wide receiver out there. So I don't think Jamaal is going to get too many targets. So I would also defer to Antonio Gibson.